arriving here that you have selected the topics to discuss and hear something else from me about the smart Bangladesh. Actually, this is the dream country of the father of the national Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The people of this area of the country have been suffering huge and from this devastating situation to scale up the people's life. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman fought his whole life and finally have led for the independence. After independence, he started his journey to lead the country according to his own. He told it was his thought that he will leave the country as a Sonar Bangla. That is developed country. Just I want to give the small background, very small background, so that the student and the audience could understand. So from where our journey have been started. Pakistan, we are the part of the Pakistan. In whole Pakistan period, which was 23 years. Within 23 years, we could never ever cross our per capita income level $140 above. It was never be ever above more than $140. But after devastated situation, because of the have been destructed everything else in 9-month war, and 3 million people have been killed, and huge houses, infrastructures, and all industry and everything have been destroyed. So within time, our per capita income level was recorded at $94. Whole Pakistan period we could not cross $140. Then when $94 Bangabandhu he started his journey. Within the 3.5 years, despite the country who have been destructed, he could able to scale up our per capita income level 277 when he was assassinated in the year 1975. And the country was ruled 21 years by military ruler and their legacy. And after 21 years, our present Prime Minister in the year 1996 first time came into power. So what was the status of this time, that is 1995? Our per capita income level was 329 after 21 years. So what is the difference? Difference was a 272, 329. It is, I think it is $52. Within how many time? 21 years. So in past time when Aoum League came in power under the present Prime Minister, why I am giving the explanation about the background of Aoum League or this government? Because the Smart Bangladesh, whatever topics you have selected to discuss, it is the brainchild, a declaration of the Honorable Prime Minister. It is one of the topics. It is not the actually goal of us. So, then 1996, you see, the whole country was submerged under poverty and huge food deficiency was there. 70% was the poverty rate when we are fighting for the independence. So, we have started our journey with $329. But within 5 years, under the leadership of present Prime Minister, this time she was the Prime Minister, she have given the highest priority food production. So within 3.5 years, she able to mitigate the food crisis, food deficiency. It is the record within the 3.5 years. And 2001, when Aoum League came, could not come in power, so this time there is a huge surplus food was in the go down. Anyway, she has given that priority for the electricity generation. Why? Just because we have to use the technology, we have to give the priority. Once we want to give the priority for the food production, then manual process is not enough to give support us. So that there is a technological support is required for accelerated food production. So later on, electricity generation, healthcare, education, communication system have been given the priority. So then again, Awami League could not be came on the power in the year 2009. Second time came in power, and when she came in the power, in the year 1996, when came in the power, the then time our electricity generation was the 1600 megawatt. But he could able to generate more electricity up to the level of the 4,300. But when 2009 we came in the power, we find that 400,000 ton food deficiencies again rise. Electricity generation was we have keeping it up to we have lived up to the level 4,300. But we see that we have started again from the 3,300. So, didn't time. Actually, one thing I have to narrate with, I have to bring in cognizance to discuss. That is MDG, Millennium Development Goal. In the year 2001, so far I know 121 state leaders have been assembled in New York, and they reach a consensus to take a lead to mitigate the problems of all the country, and with the slogan that leaving no one behind. So whatever you are leaving, but all the sum and support has to be extended there. So this is why Millennium Development Goal program have been taken. And our present Prime Minister, didn't time she was there, and Bangladesh was the signatory. In 2001, when we could not came in power, in 2004 or 5, we heard that the party, those who are ruling didn't time, they are telling that this kinds of a program is not applicable for we like the country. But most, as because this timeline for this Millennium Development Goal was the 2000 up to 2015. Awami League again came in power 2008-9, and fortunately, in the whole over the world, 6 countries have achieved highest score of implementation of MDG. So this MDG, and Bangladesh is the fortunate person could get the chance within the 6 highest score countries. So Bangladesh was awarded. So that didn't time 2009 completion 2015 MDG world global commitment have been fulfilled, and then our present Prime Minister, she have told that we have to lead the country as a developed country. So as I was explaining about the per capita income level. So for lifting the country in the level of the developed country, we have to achieve $12,500 per capita income and human development index a certain level and economic stress. This 3 precondition has to be fulfilled once we are to lead the developed country. This a roadmap have been prepared, and destination 2041. That was our goal. Then within time we will reach to that country as a developed country. So this is the right thing for discussion, I think, for me, as because And secondly, after 2015, there is the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. I think everybody is knowing we are under the command of the Sustainable Development Goal. But as we have our own goal, and then at the same time, I think the young generation has to know the leaders of the Bangladesh at this moment, they are not thinking for the present days. And the dream of the father of the nation, or Sonar Bangla, or developed country, as a proud nation. So who will do this proud nation? We ourselves within our lifespan could not might we do. 2041, 2100, we will not be alive. But even after that, we have a dream. This country will be proud country. Who will lead? And who will bring up to that level? Young generation. So this was the one of the fundamental, to make equipped all the young generation with education, health, technology, know-how as the integrated person, so that they can contribute. And we are much more aware, we are much more convinced. I myself, being a minister, and you all the educated people, are only not the potential people. We are not exclusively doing everything. The contribution actually and the potentiality belongs to each and everybody. Either he is a rickshaw puller or he is a farmer. He is also contributing. He has a lot of potentiality. And the meritorious and talent only come from the person family. It is not right. The person and talent could be extracted from the poor family, rural area, and anywhere else. So this is why opportunity has to be reached to the people, those people, everywhere, so that they can contribute for themselves as well as for the country to reach our goal, to leave the country as a developed country. So this is why, as I told, we have prepared a roadmap to reach the developed country. For reaching there, million of things have to do. We have a 5-year plan to fulfill the demand of the developed country. 5-year plan have been prepared. And under the command of the 5-year plan, executive budget have been taken, yearly budget. All the budget, we have started our journey with 64,000 taka, our yearly budget. Now our yearly budget is 764,000 taka. 764,000 taka. Our GDP then time, what was that? We have started our journey with 47,000 taka when we declared Bangladesh will be lifted as a developed country, $47 billion. But now it is about $500. So lot of changes, because we have a goal, we have a actually initiative, and lot of million of the things have been compiled to work to reach our goal. So as I was telling, the per capita income level, you see, just for the difference I am giving you, the 21 years our difference was that $52. That is after assassination of the father of the nation. Our journey had been started 2009 with less than $600. What is our present per capita income level is $2,824. So what is the difference? Difference is more than $2,200. Within the how much time? Time is the less than 15 years. And compared to military rule after assassination of father of the nation and the legacy, 21 years. They have achieved only $52, and instead of that, within the 15 years. The difference is, what is this? This is the $2,200. So you can assess by yourself about the status. Anyway, So, and later on, about the food deficiency, within last 15 years, there is no food deficiency. And we believe that, as I told, that once we cannot be facilitated or we cannot be connected, we cannot be facilitated everybody with the opportunity to contribute by themselves or they make themselves competent, so then I think I cannot reach to the goal. So this is why electricity is the fundamental. So a program have been taken. When 2009 we have started journey, it was not coverage of the 20% peoples of the connectivity of the electricity. Now what is that status? 100% have been covered by electricity. And there is one telephone was there. I am a passionate person. I have a good numbers industry. After completion of my education, I have started doing the business. I have good numbers industry, bank and insurance. So I have a lot of experience from there. So electricity is one of the fundamental. Or didn't type, sorry, I avoided. There is one telephone company was Citizen. All outgoing call, it was within the area of the Dhaka only was coverage. This was 15 taka and incoming was the 7,500 and the set was 150,000 taka. So it was costly fee for the time. For the present period, maybe 150,000 taka is not much money. But for the time, it was a huge money. So I was a fortunate person, so I was able to afford this one. So I bought one telephone. But finally, it was not a good process of handling. So the Grameen, Sheba, Actel in the year 1996, when our present Prime Minister came into power, she have given the license and they have started. That's monopolies have been gone. And through the competition and market have determined the position and then our present position everywhere. There is a telephone. Every people have a own of telephone. And about the internet, we had a rented satellite opportunity. But in the year 1999, I was at that time very young member of parliament. I saw that in 1991 and within 1991 to 1995, there is an offer to free of charge to install on the submarine cable. But that time, the government who were in power, they was reluctant and they thought, they told that it might have a leakage of the secrecy of the state. So this is why they did not take this opportunity of free of charge. That time, Sri Lanka and many other countries, India, they have taken this opportunity. But later on, I myself have raised the issue in the parliament and a lot of debate. Then our Prime Minister was much more aware of all these things, better than me. But anyway, then she has taken the initiative and this submarine cable have been installed and satellite station have been installed with the aim of what? Everybody has to come in the net of the connectivity. Now everybody have come. And she told, we'll make Bangladesh digital Bangladesh. It was not sound good to many people. But finally, as because we have a digital connectivity with each and everybody come to the net. And this is why, at the time of COVID, it was a very challenging, unpredictable situation for all over the world, but Bangladesh could manage very rightly. Despite it, social distance was the fundamental for combating the COVID, but we did not have the scope because we are very densely populated country. We are in a small territory. We are living 170 million people. We could not have the option to maintain the social distance. But despite it, that because of it is one of the opportunity because of the digitalization, our people would get an escape from the huge suffering compared to that. So, and you see, I think it is not that much required. Bangladesh is it stood fast in Asia and number 5th in all over the world of COVID management. Anyway, So this is all the opportunity. So digitization, electrification, food deficiency mitigation, and all the primary school have been governmentized with the aim 100% enrollment. So 100% enrollment is very important because a lot of opportunity, facility, input have been given. So in the rural area, and government has a program not to have any village without primary school. So more or less every village have a own of the primary school. Communication system physically, it is required, one of the fundamentals. So from the, when we are the student, we are hearing there is a communication is the fundamental for the economic emancipation. So that all these things have been taken priority. I am being a local government minister, so I have given this thing very important for the rural communication and urban, many things else. So then later, so this all everything have been taken. Now smart Bangladesh. So our goal is lifting the country as a developed country. To meet the goal, to reach the goal, smart Bangladesh, presently our Honorable Prime Minister have declared. So I think what extent digital Bangladesh was not that much, concept was not much clear. And when it was declared, finally we can convince, we understand what is digital Bangladesh, and there is a million of the facility we are enjoying. So smart Bangladesh, actually smart Bangladesh, according to my personal perception, I am also working for that from my purview, for my delegated responsibility, but smart Bangladesh, that everything will be smart. Communication will be smart, mainly you people will be smart. In terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of knowledge, and in terms of the capacity. So law and order will be smart, so that the people will not suffer anywhere else. Service will be provided them. So the smart and communication will be smart, education will be smart, technology will be smart, everything will be smart. So once everything will be smart, so once I can use my time very rightly, very properly, if I don't misuse my any time, so cumulative figure of my output will be much more high, because every time has the scope to produce something else. So there is a big difference nowadays. We could show to the whole about the world, because there is no hope of this country. In the year 1974, so far I can recall my memory, one big leader, world big leader, have visited the World Bank. They told, better drop the money to the sea rather than to give Bangladesh, because there is no hope and this country could not come up. But now, World Bank is pursuing us to take the loan. In 2000 until 1996, 97, 98, up to 97, so far I can recall, then Bangladesh finance minister from the month of February, was continually staying in Paris for constituent meeting to hand the money for doing the budget. But now we are not, anybody is going, additional secretary is attending in the constituent meeting. And World Bank is now pursuing us. I think we did not been forgotten. Because of no reason, World Bank has declined $1.2 billion loan. Later on, we did the Padda Bridge with our own capacity. And now, World Bank is pursuing us. I think 1 year back, about the one project, they have offered me loan about the 4,000 crore taka. So I have some discontentment about some precondition or condition. So then World Bank country director came to me to meet with me, and we have seated together. Then I told, customer is always king, just for like not fun, but seriously in my mind. But yes. So I am a customer. I have option to negotiate. But before we did not have that score. So then he told, yes, right, this is the actually issue. It will be not the beneficiary for my nation once I borrow this money. So you have to you have to give your concern about all these things. So negotiate. So now Bangladesh is in sub-status. So smart Bangladesh, minimum per capita income 2,500 is for developed country. It is the minimum target has to be achieved. Why not will be $50,000 per capita income country? You see, in the year 1996, when I became a first-time member of parliament, I was very close to Honorable Prime Minister, very small boy, and he was have a affection about me. So I told he was very reluctant about the birth control, family planning. It was a very high priority before I was hearing. When I born in the village, my father was serving in the Karachi, and when I was a small boy, my father retired. So I have a lot of bitter experience of human life of this country. So I was hearing the birth control, seriously. But our Prime Minister, when I became member of parliament, he told, oh no, it is not required. Forget it. It is not that it must be required to priority. Then I told, oh, why? Because we are the highest density country in the world. Huge people, huge burden, huge problem. Unless otherwise we can mitigate this problem, so how could we can go ahead? So in course of time, I find he have taken implied lot of input have been given. What is that? In the union level, member have been in 3 ward, 1 woman member he arranged to be elected. And before 1996, Awami League came in power, no secretary could be the woman, no judges of the Supreme Court could be women, no DC and no ENO, no SP or OC, anything else could be the woman. But she has given the implied input so that the woman could get the chance to work in anywhere else. This is women empowerment. And the girls, garments factory, many girls is working. Before they are the maid servant, they are getting the chance to work in there. So she get the chance to income. Once she is incoming, she has a right in the family to take the decision. Before, husband was the only decision maker. But now the girl is telling, oh, I am doing job, I am incoming. So if you have a good numbers of the bath, so who will manage? So she has a right. Before this, they did not have this kind of say. In the rural area, in the village, no girl could have a say anything else about any decision, not this one, not bath. So women empowerment has given one good input of birth control automatically. Now we are scaring. Our lifespan is going to be up, and still we are in a good position because our demographic dividend is about the 67%. But it is the challenge to use all these things. Once we have to use this dividend properly, then these kinds of smart Bangladesh, digital Bangladesh, communication system, healthcare, this and that, everything has to be. So I think we have a dream which have been fixed by Father of the Nation, fixed by the Honorable Prime Minister. We are following the philosophy of the Father of the Nation, and under the leadership of the present Prime Minister. I am not advocating for our Honorable Prime Minister, actually, because in my whole life, I am a senior man, I am a matured man, I have seen a lot of things, I have a good numbers of experience. I love myself. I love my family. I love my neighbor. I love my society. I love my country. Ultimately, we love the people, humanity in whole over the world. Just few days back, I have joined one occasion, P4G. This P4G is what? P4G, it is the new organization. this P partner, green, growth, global goal. So this is now the days. Actually, you people are in front of me, all the students, and about myself. So now that this global community reached to the consensus, with the opportunity, facility, and option, you cannot meet your demand. You have a huge demand. You have a huge dream. So fulfill the dream, fulfill the demand. Your country, your jurisdiction, your area, your village, your district or the country is not enough. You are considering as a citizen of global citizen. Global citizen, it is a global village, we are saying commonly. It was because once Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great have acquired the many country, and they captured and they extract all the oil and chuck the oil and for their own benefit, for the good, better livelihood of their country. But late British have ruled us 200 years. But now nobody is acquiring any country. Nobody is going anywhere else. They are not marching in soldier. But what they are doing, that they are acquiring the knowledge. Once they have a knowledge, yes, there are a huge opportunity. Might be many opportunity do not prevail in your area. Might be many opportunity which you require, or the many some support is not is present in your area, but you can hunt from otherwhere. So the knowledge is that capacity. Knowledge is the main magic which can acquire anything else to make you fulfill everything of your daily life and for better enjoyment, better livelihood. So I believe this is for the young generation. I love to stand in front of the young generation. We have a lot of deficiency. We have a lot of drawback. We did not do anything else. But we hope, we dream, all the drawback and failure, weakness will be mitigated by you. And whatever failure of us, you will mitigate all this failure. And you will leave the country as a developed country, so that it might be I have not been here at the time of expiring from this world, I can dream my country will be once the proudest nation. Because of that, we feel courage, we feel energy to work. So, I am not going to say anything else more. That before conclusion, I like to say, smart Bangladesh, that is, you have to make yourself smart in terms of everything. Everything is smart. You see everywhere there is this smartness is required. So then you can enjoy your life, and in whole over the world might be many deficiency in your country. Many countries not producing agricultural product. Because in other country might be have a lot of surplus. And that product would be more cheaper and more qualityful in other area. I could make money by other process. So that other thing I will do. Through that I can mitigate this kinds of a problem, this kinds of a requirement. So these are the options. Just I want to put one example of my personal experience I want to give you. As because they have already told I was this student in Chittagong University, and I was actually working in Chittagong. I have about 7-8 numbers of the industry in Chittagong, so I was living the time in Chittagong. So in the evening time, mostly I go to buy the fruits. Fruits was only available in station, nearby rail station. No other where there is soap. Now everywhere you can buy the fruits, but no fruits shop was there, and no fruits you can buy. Only two shop was there in station road. So weekly or half weekly I mostly go. I didn't time love to drive the car by myself. So I go there and I am buying. So mango we were buying in the peak season. When was the peak season? It was about 60-65 taka. But once I go to Rajshahi, I saw their mango is 3 taka, 4 taka, 5 taka. I say, oh, why this kind of exorbitant difference? Why this thing is here? So I could not actually get the right answer didn't time from me. I did not ask anybody else. So when I became a member of parliament, in the 1998 might be, on the river of the Jamuna, Bangabandhu Bridge, when we go to inaugurate with our Prime Minister. And after inauguration, well, I was seeing at that time also the same about the Dhaka, mostly 60 taka, it was 65 taka in Chittagong. So within 10-15 days, I find it might be mango season or something else, but I have seen the mango was selling in Rajshahi is 10 to 15 taka, and Dhaka it is 20 taka. So I think, oh, what the magic is there? So magic is that actually breeze on Jamuna river. It makes this communication. So whole world is now under the purview of the communication. I was visiting your library, I have seen. Oh, there is a lot of physical books. Actually, I have arts to study. When I was very young, at the time of Ershad period, there's a lot of hortal was there. So 4 days, 5 days, 7 days was hortal. So how would I use my time? So mostly in Chittagong, I go to the station road in railway station to buy the books. And there is another bookstore was there, very good books they were selling, very credible books in front of the new market. So I go there and I was buying huge books. And then I was feeling very energetic and feeling pleasure. Just I have actually option to enjoy my time. So mostly we go to the library, and within time there is a good few numbers of the senior people is here. So we do not have the option. So we have to go to the library. We are taking the book from the library for study in exchange of the many conditions this that. So now no library is required. No where you need to go, and there is no much money have to expend. This smartphone is enough. Whatever you require, wherever you require, anything else, you can. Once you penetrate in your mobile, in the right apps, then you can get it, and when you can study, you can be knowledgeable. So I think for a smartness and make you very right person to be competent, to contribute for the nation, you are in the right platform. I believe the young generation whom whole nation is looking for, including myself and our Prime Minister, that you will make yourself in such a way so you will be very credible man, and you will make yourself to contribute his thing for the nation and for yourself and for humanity. And it is our dream. It is my dream. Once I will not be in this art, but at the time expiring, I will think this country will be lifted as a very proud position. So I believe you will do that. Thank you very much. Bangladesh, I believe it is a good opportunity for us. We have our independence. থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ, থ্যাংক ইউ এভরিবডি। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু।